Mhm. Let's see. Am I live? I think I'm live. Am I live yet? I'm trying to get this little thing right. It says I'm live. Has anybody come on yet? All right. I am trying to get. Am I live? This is Dr. Sharon. Oh, yes. Hi, Angie. Okay, I guess I'm live. Hi, cuz. Candace. Okay. So I'm live. Hi, Roy Blackman. This is Dr. Sharon. I'm getting ready to go to the gym, but wanted to, hey, Priscilla, and A. Maria Thompson. This is going to be a quick hit, answering your questions. It is never too late. This is Dr. Sharon. Y'all tell somebody to come on. I am answering, and I done wrote down some of these questions because I have been bombarded with questions, and I wanted to do a quick hit tonight. Just on a couple of your questions that you all have had since my last live. I still am committed to trying to do live as much as I can. Hey, Monique. Hey, it's been a long time. So, let's start, again. For me, number one out the box is, if you've watched any of my lives or seen me on Facebook, you know I get up really early in the morning. Well, the problem is if you get up really early, I usually get up 4:30, 5 o'clock, 5:30 at the latest. If you get up really early, but you go to bed really late, your butt is tired. So, and I usually try to have some quiet time and time to center myself and really pray. Hi, Reggie Mack, to pray and meditate or do something. And one of the first things that ever goes in your life when you're busy is that time for you. That's the first thing that ever goes. So before I even start this live, one of the things that I really challenge all of us to do is find some time for yourself every day. So whether it's in the morning, and I'm not talking about, one of my friends says, well, I meditate when I'm in the shower. No, you taking a shower when you're in the shower. That's not really meditation when you're in the shower. But find some time just for you. And so for me, my kind of routine, I'll get you all in on this, it's kind of bad, but I usually have coffee ready. I even have a coffee pot and tea in my room. But, hey, Cindy Bell. So I try to do that and then have some time again. For me, my meditation time is prayer time, is meditation. It's really kind of thinking about my day, the good, the bad, the ugly. What did I do, didn't do yesterday that wasn't so great? What do I need to do with my life? I mean, all of that. It depends on the day. Sometimes it's 5 minutes. Sometimes it's 50 minutes. And so really start your day by centering yourself. And you'll notice that 15 minutes that you take. Hey, Sonetta, Scott, I'm seeing all of you, Beverly, Vic, college roommate. That time that you take for yourself, I'm being very clear. When I don't take time for myself in the morning, when I don't take time for me, it's prayer, it's meditation, it's that stuff, my day goes crazy because I haven't centered myself. And then you start running. So this morning, I got up at 5 and had gone to sleep and didn't sleep well, so I was a little tired, but I got up. And then, but also for me, and studies all show that if you work out in the morning, studies show that you actually have a better chance of working out. Hey, Tammy Diggs from Kannapolis. And so I didn't. I ended up starting work, busy day. And I just, like tonight, I'm deciding it is, what time is it? 8:09. After I do this Facebook Live, I will be at LA Fitness, hitting the gym because that's what I need to do. Many of you may have seen, hey, Shonda, my former personal assistant is on. Jennifer, Valania, hey, we got an email coming to you. So just again, I will hit the gym tonight because it's better to get it in than to just say, oh, well, I'll just wait till tomorrow. How many of us do that? I'll just wait till tomorrow. Well, I'm gonna get up tomorrow and go to the gym too, but I have to go tonight. So anyway, this is a quick hit. Many of you email me, instant message me and all that. Love it. I try to answer you personally, but some of the questions that keep coming back are, I think I just need to hit really quick. So before I go to the gym, I'm gonna hit it. One of the things that I have gotten, and happy daylight savings time. I love this time of the year because it stays lighter longer. It also kind of, after we get over the initial shock of losing an hour, your mood increases, whatever. And I know I feel kind of down when you take the hour back in the fall. So happy daylight savings time. I have a couple of your questions written down. One of the big things that I get, and hey, Gary, I get asked all the time is detox diets. Whether that's radio, whether that's a talk, or whether that's instant messaging. Now, many of you know I have out my what is that book called? Is that Fried Chicken Been Worth It? Not a Diet, a Mindset, whatever. But in that, and also on Facebook, I posted the Dr. Sharon Fruit and Veggie Plan, which is basically for a full day or a week or whatever, eat only fruits and vegetables. You will lose weight, period. If you eat fruits and vegetables only, with no gravies and all that other crazy stuff, you're going to lose weight, whether that's for a day, a week, or whatever. Once I did it I was a vegetarian for a whole month. That was wonderful. I think I lost about 15 pounds, exercise, whatever, but I was hungry on day 31. I couldn't do it no more. I had to eat some chicken. I had to find some chicken. I think I also gave myself a day of chicken or whatever. I'm from the South. You got to eat some chicken sometime. I'm sorry. You do. Anyway, but that is sort of a detox. I mean, if you think about it, if you eat an apple, what happens? If you really eat like an apple real good, what happens? You go to the bathroom. If you drink a lot of water, what happens? You go to the bathroom, right? So sometimes we get a little foolish and we'll spend all this money on detox stuff and all this, and basically you're spending a bunch of money on a diuretic and a laxative. That's when, then my thing is, if you're going to do it, just do it right and be honest about it. So when somebody sells you a detox plan, just say, well, this is really a low calorie, low fat plan with herbs, minerals, and vitamins. My good friend Robert Ferguson, check out his site. He does a detox. I'm not hating on Robert and the detox, but he is credible. And this is something that we have talked about, whatever. It is not going to hurt you necessarily, unless you are diabetic, unless you have high blood pressure, unless you have some other medical condition that your doctor says, tell me everything you're taking, then you need to go to the doctor, make sure that they're telling you that it's okay. All right. And hey, Wendy, and Curtis, that they're telling you it's okay. So detox plans. I literally, in the last 2 weeks, I've gotten about 8 questions on this from either email or instant message on Facebook. And then I did a talk recently, a radio interview, and I got about 3 or 4 questions on that. So I don't support detoxing, the whole go buy the gallon of green tea detox stuff and drink that and you're going to lose weight. Yes, you are going to lose weight if you drink only fluids with some vitamins and electrolytes in it. Guess what? You're going to lose weight. You are. Because you're hungry, you're going to lose weight, you're going to poop, and you're going to urinate. And when you get on the scale the next morning, you are going to have lost weight because you're dehydrated and you've cleaned everything out. When you eat, you are going to gain weight. Period. I mean, it's just makes sense, right? So the gimmick is, okay, so if you want to get into a great dress for whatever and you need to lose 3 or 4 pounds, hi, Butch, how are you? If you need to get into a dress quick or whatever, or you just want to feel lighter, yeah, do a quick detox. But I really don't recommend it. Again, if you have diabetes, if you have hypertension, and other things going on, you definitely need to do it under doctor supervision. And to be honest, if you can't talk to your doctor about what vitamins you're taking, what plans you want to do, or just call the office and say, hey, is this okay? Hey, X, saw you got your pets in. Good. If you can't do that, then you probably don't need to even think about doing a detox or doing any of that, because you actually should have a healthcare professional that you're very honest with. Now, so my whole thing on detox is you don't need them. There are no parasites creeping around in your body if you live in the United States and not in a third world country. There are no parasites creeping around in your body that's about to kill you. A lot of that stuff is just gimmicky, and I've called people out on the radio and all that other stuff. There is not a set amount you need to poop every day. If you have pooped all your life every other day, and not every day, and it ain't floating and all that stuff, then that's your pattern. The other part is the best detox is a natural detox. Fruits, veggies, water. Take the carbonated carbonated beverages out. Fruits, veggies, water. Roughage. Your mama said have roughage. That's what you have. And that's detoxing and cleansing the system. So now, is it going to hurt you? For most people, a detox diet is not going to hurt you. Is it going to help you long term? No. But if you feel better and you want to do it once or twice a year, great. What you don't want to do is do detox stuff 3 and 4 times a month, because that's just like taking a laxative. Your body gets lazy. And so it's like taking a laxative over and over and over again. Then the colon gets lazy and starts to say, well, I don't really need to move the way I'm supposed to move, because this fool getting ready to drink a whole bunch of stuff and have me go to the bathroom all the time. So let me just be lazy. So bottom line, will you lose weight on detox? Yes. Will it be permanent? No. It is permanent lifestyle changes. If you need a little kickstart, do it once. Definitely don't do this all the time. So that's my thing with detox. If you are diabetic, absolutely not, unless you're under doctor's supervision. Now, how much water should you be drinking a day? We talked about that a little bit last time. Drink. All right. I try to get in. I hate water. I'm just being honest. Hate it. I mean, it don't do nothing for me. I like green tea. That's most of the water. I like green tea with Splenda, 0 calories, whatever. But I try to drink 8 ounces, 16 ounces, 4 to 5 times a day, so I get at least 70 ounces in. And what color should your urine be? I got that question. Your urine should be yellow. That's what color, but not dark yellow. You should drink enough water that, hey, Lois Wallace, what's going on? You should drink enough water that you are not dehydrated. And most of the time that we feel like we're hungry, hey, Troy, most of the time we feel like we're hungry, we actually many times are really thirsty. Okay, so detox, verdict is you don't really need it. If you're perfectly healthy, you can do it every once in a while, but don't do it all the time. I'm great, Lois Wallace, miss you. Okay, the other thing is that spring is coming. Please, Jesus, let spring come. I went out to take out the trash here, but I hate taking out the trash. Hate it, hate it, hate it. I'm gonna hire somebody to somebody come volunteer to take out trash for me every week. Please, please, I hate it. But taking out the trash, I saw it snowed overnight or something. Well, just hold on, because spring is coming. One of the things that is a problem, no, don't buy those herbs, honey. One of the things that is a problem is that we forget that we really do need sunscreen. In the summer, in the winter, hi, Cherise, we need sunscreen. And then you think, vegans, yes or no? You getting ready to eat your Jerry's seafood. Troy Higginbottom, boy, oh, you can have that crab cake from Jerry's. It's fried. You eating the fried shrimp. I'm getting off subject because he done messed me up with Jerry's. I'm going to work out. Vegans, yes or no? Actually, I'm going to digress because I'm answering your questions. I do the fruit and veggies at least one day a week when I'm really trying to lose weight and keep my game together and just try to feel good. Yes, there is nothing wrong with a vegetarian diet, but remember, you need to supplement with some protein somewhere. That really is important. And so if you really are going to do hardcore veggies, protein, you got to eat that nasty tofu or some way to get... you know, but what you do with tofu, tofu's nasty. Y'all can play if you want to. You can put sauce on it, all that. Tofu's nasty. But you're going to need to get some protein in somewhere. Make sure that you mix up your veggies. So spinach is a great vegetable. I had asparagus yesterday, a great veggie. Put some berries and fruits. Antioxidants are so very important. And many of us are a little bit vain. Vitamin E, A, D, E, and K, all of those vitamins, antioxidants, actually protect us and help us in the fight against cancer. And so berries, raspberries, blackberries, those things, berries are very good for you. So I do believe that most of your diet actually needs to be vegan. Most of your diet needs to be fruits and vegetables. So now, exercise is very important, as we've talked about. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more. But I am going to talk about exercise in a way, in a few seconds, that tells you kind of how much you need. Actually, because last time I got a lot of questions about it. I said, well, exercise can be protective against cancer and those things and can lower your risk and all that. Hey. Sheila, and so I got answers. Well, how much do I need to do? Whatever. Do something. Like I said to those that are just coming on, I'm getting ready to go work out now because I didn't work out this morning. So, but spring is coming, and many of us will be starting to go to the beaches and that stuff, and we talk about sunscreen. I've gotten questions about sunscreen. Number one, you should be wearing sunscreen every single day, no matter what. I don't care if it's the dead of winter. The other thing is, whether you're a Caucasian brother or sister, whether you're black, whether you're brown, whatever color you are, you have skin. Skin is the largest organ in the body. You need to protect your skin. So even if you get like a moisturizer that has SPF in it or anything like that, you do need sunscreen all the time. But many of us will think about sunscreen more now. I need to make sure I answer y'all's questions. So SPF 30 is kind of the basic that you need to get. If you're going to the beach, go a little bit higher. And you need water resistant. Usually you try to do that so you don't have to reapply, but everyone needs sunscreen. You just need an ounce, which is the amount to fill a shot glass. That's all you need to cover your whole body. Y'all know what a shot glass is. All right. 1 in 5 Americans will develop skin cancer. 1 in 5. And you think that because you may be black that you're not going to get skin cancer. Actually, we get skin cancer that is more deadly than our white brothers and sisters. I give a shout out to the governor of Maryland for being very honest about his battle with cancer, and now his battle with Governor Hogan with his battle with skin cancer. So SPF 30 or higher. I typically like a SPF 50, and then you have to play with it, because for us ladies, again, when we're putting it on our face, how does it work with my makeup and that stuff? A good multivitamin for 50 plus women, Centrum Performance or Centrum Women. Centrum is what I take. Love it. You don't have to be 50 plus, but Centrum Silver is a great multivitamin. I don't know when the next Beautiful Woman Inside and Out is coming, but follow us on Facebook. We're looking at North Carolina contracts right now. Now, Sheila D.D. Rogers, you are right. Ketosis weight loss programs are difficult to maintain, and your breath smells fruity. You actually shouldn't be doing those, especially if you have diabetes. But whatever you do, talk to your doctor. So now, sunscreen, broad spectrum, you need broad spectrum that protects against both UVA and UVB, water resistance, and bottom line is SPF 30. If I haven't answered your question, just say it again because it's flipping up. Now, the other thing is, when you are wearing sunscreen, remember I tell you what you need. You need a multivitamin, you need calcium, you need vitamin D. Remember, if you're wearing sunscreen, you need the sun to help convert the vitamin D, right? So if you're wearing sunscreen, you need to make sure that you're taking supplements, because of course you're blocking the sun. So you may not be able to convert the sun to convert your body's vitamin D as well. All right, so now, every birthday, my birthday was March 6th. Thank you all for the outpouring of love. I mean, it was ridiculous. I had a great birthday, 35 plus again, and again, and again. But your birthday is a good time to make sure that you check your body, all of your skin. You should be looking at your skin all the time. But once a year, you literally need to take a mirror, look in the mirror, butt naked at yourself, and look for moles that are crazy, look under stuff, lift breast up, all that. If you got to lift them up. Anyway, I didn't mean to say that, but that's true. Lift up stuff, lift up gut, look around, look in the back. If you have a partner, look and see if there's what's going on with your skin, because once a year would be a good time to look. And of course, if something looks, then how do you know if you're having a skin issue or if that's just a skin tag? If it starts to bleed, if it gets bigger, if the borders are unusual, then you need to get it checked out. Okay, so we talked about sunscreen. What's the number? 30 or higher. If you're going to the beach, 50 or higher, water resistant, make sure you hit UVA and UVB. We talked about detox. Now, one question that y'all ask, because I talk about exercise, the need for exercise, and getting ready to go exercise, because I can't play with y'all a long time today, is how much do you need to do? Do something. That's what you need to do. So if you can't hit 45 minutes at the gym, right, don't say, well, I ain't going to go. Walk in the neighborhood. Spring is here. I love outdoors. And actually, walking outdoors, hi, Frankie, Clowny Barnes. Walking outdoors, actually, you have the elements that are part of your resistance versus just being on a treadmill. Plus, you get bored. I get bored easily. So walking outdoors, walking up and down in your neighborhood, you have hills and valleys, whatever. Walking really fast and then slowing down, changing your route up, all of that, running away from the dogs. I have 2-3 dogs next door that are kind of big. I ain't gonna say nothing else about that. Had a little talk with the neighbor about making sure the dog poop ain't in my yard. Okay, next subject. That's a sidebar. If you have a dog, please pick up their mess. All right, so now, how much exercise do you need to get to reap the health benefits? Last time I was on, I talked about exercise lowers your risk for cancer and all the other stuff. Okay, if we just go for 30 minutes, you just got 30 minutes, do 30 minutes of interval training, you will get great benefit. Interval training, as I talk about all the time, slow, fast, that you mix it up, that you increase the intensity. If you're on the treadmill, you increase the interval so that you're walking at a slope. If you're on the elliptical, that you go a little faster. If you're just walking, that you go a little faster. So 30 minutes of interval training, broken up, that will work. Okay? If you just do the basic, and you do that, hi, Elton, if you do just 30 minutes of exercise a week, you're lowering your risk for diabetes. That shouldn't be your bar. But I don't want people that have never exercised to all of a sudden say, I'm going to exercise 30 minutes a day. You know you lying. It ain't going to work, right? Or you'll do it for a week and you'll get bored. Or you'll do it for a week and then you'll be sore and it's a negative. But if you really want to reduce your risk for diabetes, just do 30 minutes a day. Start with that. Just say, Lord, help me do 30 minutes. And then do some interval training. Or do 30 minutes 3 times a week. Now, you actually need more than 30 minutes. But I'm just saying do something. That will reduce your risk of diabetes. Now, 150. Somebody write 150 for me, please. I'm going to talk about the laser lipo because I'm looking at that myself. All right. So 150 minutes of moderate exercise a week is what you need to do to effectively reduce your risk of cancer. This is not 100%. So you can eat berries, you can eat fruit, you can put on sunscreen, you can exercise 200 minutes a day, a week or whatever, and then you still get cancer. Okay, that's true. That doesn't mean that these things were not effective. It means that these are the things that have been found scientifically to reduce your risk. If you have had cancer, go back, pick up exercise, those things, because your greatest risk for getting cancer is that you've gotten cancer before, and you want to do everything to protect yourself. I'm telling you, eat some berry, your antioxidant, take an antioxidant, all that stuff, to again reduce your risk of cancer and make sure that you're getting your colon cancer screening, all of your screenings, all that. But 150 minutes of exercise a week reduces your risk of cancer. Now, 125 minutes of walking per week will actually help your mood. and reduce your symptoms of depression and reduce stress. One of the reasons that I work out for real, and I saw X on before and other people that I know that work out. One of the reasons that I work out, number one, I am on this weight loss journey. But number two, I want to live a long time. Exercise has been shown to increase your lifestyle, your living, and all that other stuff. But the other part is life is stressful. And I don't know about y'all, but this fool in the White House got me stressed out. I'm worried that a nuke gonna come tomorrow. One of my good friends literally told me he done ordered a face mask, a gas mask. Now, I ain't gonna talk about you, boy. I ain't gonna say your name. We done took that too far. But anyway, he told me he and his partner, he ordered gas back. He started, because this fool is crazy. But seriously, it is very stressful. We are in stressful days. Old people used to say, we living in the last time. Tammy Diggs is on, you know, I'm from North Carolina, Frankie. Y'all know we used to say it about we living in the last days. That's 50 years ago. But anyway, really, no. So we know 125 minutes of exercise actually wards off depression and can decrease your stress level. I'm going to work out right now because, again, it's been a very stressful day. I'm tense and all that, but I need to work out. I missed my morning workout, but also it's going to really, really, really help me get a good night's sleep, sort through some things in my head, and do whatever. And I'm going to talk about extra olive oil. So now, extra virgin olive oil. So let me make sure I answer these questions. 450 minutes of exercises a week. 450 minutes of exercise a full week. That is less than 45 minutes over, 6 days, whatever. I don't know. Y'all do the math. Significantly reduces your risk of premature death. Right? 450 minutes of exercise a week. And yes, we are still living in the last days. And then 120 minutes of exercise per week actually increases your memory. So think about it. When we talk about mental health, we often do not put mental health and memory and decreased risk for Alzheimer's together with exercise. But we actually know. So if you do 120 minutes of aerobic exercise a week, there are some studies that have shown that are credible studies. I ain't talking about Shanae talking about this on the back of a streetcar. I'm talking about a scientific study that says 125 minutes of exercise, moderate aerobic exercise, and that means walking fast, getting the heart rate up, sweating, will actually improve your memory. And then finally, when we talk about blood pressure, I talk about this all the time. We know that exercise, there are some diseases that exercise immediately is going to have a positive effect on you. If you have high blood pressure and you're taking 3 and 4 blood pressure pills, it is wrong for you not to be exercising. That is worth more to you than even the medications are. It's just like, well, I'm not going to exercise. I got high blood pressure. I'm not really going to worry about it. And I'm going to use salt. It's deadly. So you need to do something because the heart is a pump. And that's all it is. The heart is a big pump. The pressure in that pump and how it has to push out is where what we talk about when we talk about high blood pressure. And the problem is the top number is when the heart is squeezing. The bottom number is when the heart is relaxing. So you're supposed to be less than 120 over 80. So when you squeeze, the millimeters per mercury is supposed to be 120 or less. When you relax, it's supposed to be 80 or less. And most of us now are saying 115 over 75 is good. My blood pressure, I'm very transparent. My blood pressure is always a little low. I'm usually about 115 over 72. When I get to 120 over 80, I'm on the higher end for me. I'm not going to have symptoms. When I get to 130 over 85, I am actually going to have some symptoms. Now, y'all don't tell my mom I'm going to talk about it. But my mama says, well, I can tell when my blood pressure's up. If you can tell that your blood pressure up, you are in stroke range. And that is not good. So less than 120 over 80. Somebody asked me, I saw, I think Thompson, you asked me about the lipo, laser lipo. Have a good conversation with your primary care physician now. It ain't gonna take, the laser lipo is where you get the little stomach stuff and it's a laser to try and burn some fat. Yeah, it ain't gonna take 50 pounds off. You may get a good 5 off. But you not for no massive. So after you have kind of done all you can do all you can, and then pray and the Lord will do the rest. Let's think about that with lipo. If you have some spot areas, just some spot areas, and you have exercised or whatever, and you say have a pocket of fat right at the bikini line or right below the bikini line, yes, lipo works, whether it's laser or lipo. Or traditional lipo, because it is going to suck out some fat, but typically that's going to be 5 to 7 pounds. Ice sculpting, that's something, the studies are still out. And a lot of that, hi Sherelle, a lot of that, Renee, is we still don't know what the longer term effects are. But when you talk about sculpting, lipo, those things, those are for small, discrete areas where your body is holding on more fat. The ultrasound and ultratherapy will tighten up the skin. Lasers. I will give a shout out to Lisa again, LRG Skin on Wisconsin Avenue in Bethesda. She is a great dermatologist. We'll be hanging out with her tomorrow, one of my girls. She is a great dermatologist. As we get older and things start to sag a little bit, or you need to tighten up, whatever, lasers do that. You don't necessarily have to have an injection or anything like that. Lasers will help the body form collagen, which is what you need, which is what the young girls have, what the babies have, those cute cheeks. Collagen is what we have under our skin, and that's for men and women. When we get older, we start to lose collagen. Things get a little looser. Lasers, actually, there are lasers that can be used on your face and your body that will actually stimulate your own body to make more collagen. So yeah, Sonabello. So we'll do that. And so go to not somebody's basement. You know, people are dying from like Botox and all of these other things that people are doing in somebody's basement. People going to jail because they're getting butt injections and getting some. I mean, that's stupid. You know good and well you ain't supposed to be in nobody's basement having no party, and nobody in there ever seen the inside of a nursing school, an MD, and nowhere. That's crazy, right? So as we are, and we'll do that. So we'll go to somebody's house and talk about, oh, let's go get these herbs, let's do that. But you won't go to the doctor and get your blood pressure checked. I'm just saying. Or you don't want to take the flu shot because you feel like it's a conspiracy to kill you. But you get vitamins from Bubba out the back of his car. But that's a whole nother thing. So I've talked about what I said I was going to talk about. Detox. I basically say no, do fruit and vegetables, whatever. It's not going to hurt you, not going to kill you. But if you have diabetes or hypertension, you do need to make sure you talk to your doctor. We talked about what you need to do as it relates to how much exercise to reap the health benefits. I need to hit that one more time. I do want to talk about, because I got a lot of questions on when you talk about reducing your risk associated with cancer, that is 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week. And the other reality is be real with exercise. You know, when I do public talks, I actually display this and show this. And yes, I will be for the Maryland, DC area. I am speaking at the women's Olive Oil, I'll get to you. I am speaking at the God is a Wonder Women's Conference coming up for Ebenezer. We're going to do a little different this year, so y'all get ready. So I will be doing that. Also, if you're in the Maryland, D.C. area, I have done something for 20 years. This is a 20-year anniversary, even though I'm only 35 plus. And that is Women's Health Awareness and Sporting Day. Men, we let y'all come in, but it really is for women. May 5th. Put it on your calendar, even vendors and that stuff. I and a whole team of very hardworking people put together a massive, one of the largest independent health workshops. Shout out. It's an all-day event. It will be on May 5th. Health awareness is on May 5th. Absolutely 100% free health screenings, workshops. We're having a massive cooking demonstration this year. Volunteer, please come volunteer. We're meeting on Thursday for our first volunteer. But that is a great, great time because it is absolutely free. We do a lot of fun stuff, give away a lot of stuff. So put that on your calendar. Now, olive oil. There is no reason for you to take olive oil. There's no reason for you to take even that vinegar stuff. Like my mama bought some vinegar, got a headache, and I said, that's what you get. You didn't call me and ask me about drinking no vinegar, and then now you're in a headache in the bed. You don't need, love mommy. You don't need to take that. But cooking with olive oil is fabulous. It's much better than butter. It's much healthier for you. Y'all know I am going to hit it because a couple of y'all asked. Vitamin, a good multivitamin, Centrum Performance, Centrum Silver, Centrum for Men, vitamin D, calcium, omega-3s. That Tammy is going to hit. If you take an omega-3 vitamin or a supplement rather, that is going to hit your heart health. Do you still do baby aspirin? I say yes, if as long as it's okay with your doctor. Any other questions that I forgot? We talked about detox. We talked about sunscreen. What's the number? Somebody type it really quick. What or higher? What SPF do you need? Come on. SPF 30 plus. And if you're going to be in the sun, go something higher. Be very careful because a heavy sunscreen will clog your pores. That's really important. It will clog your pores, so don't use that on your face. And for men's health, I did get a question again about men's health, talking about testosterone and saying that, my testosterone is low. What about testosterone injections, patches, and those things? Yes, that's perfectly fine under the direct supervision of your physician. I actually worked years ago with the pharmaceutical company that rolled out the first erectile dysfunction medication, which I won't name it because they ain't paying me to name it. And again, you need to have conversations, men, with your doctor if you need a little help in a little area. So if your testosterone is low, there are things that can happen. Just remember when you start taking testosterone, and actually women have been prescribed testosterone as well. When you start taking that, though, that hormone may bump up your blood pressure, may bump up some other things. So anything that you do it under the direct supervision of your doctor. If you have high blood pressure, and this is a sidebar, I was at one of the, not 7-Eleven, but one of the gas station. And I just happened to go in for some reason. And I saw all of these herbal supplements and these sexual health things. Not sexual health, is a gimmick, but all of this stuff, manpower, all this other stuff. That stuff has pure caffeine, right? If you have high blood pressure, or even the power, the stuff in the red, I forget the name of it, the stuff in the red, that's pure caffeine that is supposed to give you that punch. That's going to give you that punch. If you have high blood pressure, remember that can be dangerous for you because taking those things will constrict the vessels. That's why you get the energy. So you have constriction of the vessels. Well, remember, I told you 120/80 is your blood pressure should be. So when you're squeezing, that 120 goes up. Red Bull is of the devil. I'm serious. Red Bull, you don't need to take ever. So then if you now are taking something to constrict those vessels more and you already are at 150 and you go in because you have a date night and you want to do whatever and you take this foolishness and your blood pressure goes up to 170, 190, we may be calling 911 because you may stroke out. It really is serious. Sometimes I say things in a funny way, but it really is serious. If you are taking Red Bull to stay up and you're on a long distance trip and you get sleepy, you need coffee, you're going to take some Red Bull. That's 1 in a million times, but not every day. And if you do that, what happens is you are taking excess caffeine, excess stimulant, and you are putting yourself at risk for a lot of stuff. But more importantly, if you have high blood pressure, you're going to have issues. So you can have issues. It really is important. What do you need to do if you're sleepy? You need to sleep. Sleep is medicine. And you need to think about that. I did a whole couple posts. Please look on my Facebook page. I did a whole couple posts and reposted some things on sleep and sleep hygiene. I have been talking too long. I'm getting ready to go work out. Thank you for your questions. I really do try to answer them. You are going to Jamaica. Can I go with you, please? Can take me with you, Montego Bay, somewhere in the grill. Should you use 50? Yes. You should use 50. Make sure it's water resistant, broad spectrum, UVA and UVB. and reapply. You can't just put it on in the morning and say I'm covered. Okay. So yes. So guys, May 5th is Women's Health Awareness. I have a couple speaking things around the area. I think I'm coming to North Carolina for some. I don't know. My schedule is usually on my website, which is being revamped, but it's usually on my website. I do try to do Facebook Live at least once a week. If you have a question, please email me, Dr. Sharon Online, DR Friends. That was one of my friends calling me. I have to call her back. Jackie J. Davis just came on, one of my best friends in the world. Happy birthday yesterday. Thank you all again for birthday. It ain't too late. I celebrate all week, all month long. It's not too late. Flowers, Starbucks cards, whatever y'all want to do. However the Lord say, bless me, bless me. Do want to give a shout out to Frankie Barnes Clowney. Check out her website. Frankie, if you can just put it up, if you're still up. She's a Tracy Lynn representative. Thank you, Lois. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Repost this, share the information. Hopefully you learned 1 or 2, 3 things, tonight. And I'm going to work my booty out. Go do something. If you haven't worked out today, stand up, walk in place for whatever. 35 plus. That's right, Tam. Don't tell nobody. You know my age. Don't tell nobody. Y'all be doing that old celebration stuff. I'm 35 and holding. All right. Talk to y'all later. Hope something helped y'all. Was this good? Did it help? Did y'all get some information? If it did, hey, Yvette Burrell. I will be reposting in a few minutes. Put it on your site. There is really a need for good information that's unbiased. And these are my thoughts. We can argue. We can do whatever. Hi, Tony Boone. Hi, Reverend Boone. We can talk whatever, but repost it. Sunscreen, no to detox. Talked about collagen and lasers. Gave a couple shout outs. We talked about stress reduction. Talked about making sure if you're tired, you don't need Red Bull, go to sleep, and getting some sleep at night. And talked about men's health stuff, men's sexual health, as well as just our regular health. You are supposed to live life fully. So getting ready to go work out and putting on sunscreen. We talked about a lot. So look at this, take a couple notes, but please, more importantly, repost and no to Red Bull. That's right. I'm on a campaign. No to Red Bull and no dose. This is my last sidebar. So I was in medical school. Many of you know I went to North Carolina Central, North Carolina